As a kid, I thought every single game in Wii Play was peak gaming. Upon further inspection, I was dead wrong. Some of these are borderline unplayable. And with that, it's ranking time. Number 9. We got Pose Me. I liked Pose Me as a kid. Um, and that's probably because I was a smooth brained imbecile who was stimulated by the. It's like a shocking lack of depth. It's more of an arcadey style game where the goal is reaction time and quick thinking. But the medium of this is just pointing at the fucking screen mundanely, turning the Wiimote and pressing like two buttons. It's just not that satisfying, interesting, or difficult. There's ones that freeze the screen, so you know, maybe they should, freeze the fucking brain of whoever the hell designed this Pose Me, and put it in a fucking cryo chamber so we can study, we can study retardism. Maybe that's what we should do, man. Maybe that's what. Number 8. Cool. I'm sorry for that last one. I don't think we should make fun of like any sort of dumb people. I don't. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was mean. But like, anyways, you fucking mouth breathers ready for this heater of an opinion? Open wide. The meat's coming, baby. I don't like billiards. There, I fucking said it. Sue it. Lock me up. Throw away the key. Put me on the fucking cross. Put me on the fucking cross like Jesus Christ. Crucify me. Yeah, I said it. Fucking lynch me. It's kind of lame. I'm kind of okay with IRL pool. Pool is just one of those things where I really don't find it super fun in video game pool. Just applies to this dumbass fucking iPhone game. My best friend used to play with his English teacher because he had a crush on her. I think he still had a girlfriend while he was doing that. And he was still playing fucking 8-ball pool with his English teacher. But, I just don't think it's that much fun of a game here. If anything, you have a little bit too much control over how precise your shots are, so, I don't know. A bit of the strategy and a bit of the graininess in real life pool is removed. And this is the tendency to be quite mindless and easy. The physical nature of it, I feel like, is very, very ingrained in pool. And I think when you have too much control like this, it kind of ruins some of the magic. Anyways, number 7. Fishing. Another one I liked as a kid. Another dud prepubescent take for me. My child side mind, roughly the size, texture, and vacuousness is a red Solo cup. I do really like the way it looks. However, the gameplay, it's fishing all right. It's pretty uneventful, honestly. When playing alone through plat, it just kind of seems like luck based off with a fish spawn. Just kind of lacks a technical skill or depth. Next, number 6, ping pong. Christ, this one is lame. It's not fun single player. It's a really long rally that feels mostly automated. Almost nothing to say about it. It's drag like kicking, screaming, shitting, coming, and crying above the other entries, doing to be like fine in multiplayer. Number 5, laser hockey. Laser hockey just makes me think like this is what it's like to feel old, to have control over your world, yet your tangibility is stifled, unimpactful. It's a simple and fun game in my opinion, but is greatly hindered by the puck speed being determined by not how hard you hit it, but by the amount of bounce it's done before being scored. Well, this is a paramount feature for reducing stalemates. It creates an obnoxious dissonance between the player's control and the puck's feedback, putting it in the lower echelon of Wii Play games for daddy, and I am the proverbial daddy. Number 4, Charge. Given how vanilla the rest of the package is, at least conceptually, I refuse to believe that some sort of hallucinogenics were not involved in the inception of Charge. But hey, it's pretty fun. There's a skill ceiling to it, and controlling the knitted cow. Who knew, having some depth would make the game more fun. Good for Charge, but on to the top 3. Number 3, Shooting Range. One of the best games to prepare for the back-to-school season. Well, if you go by golf scores. There's plenty of fun and very moving targets, and the skill ceiling is quite high, and only a couple of Wii Play games at all, for Wii Play games in general, require such precision on the pointer. The cans and aliens are super fun to shoot, very hectic arcadey fun, but the top 2 are just leagues above. Number 2, Find Me. I am the Find Me defender. It's fun. The multiplayer is awful, but you can play the single player like a multiplayer. So who cares? You find people. It's kind of tough. It's fun. It's addictive. It's better for you than reals. If you don't like Find Me, you got like a fucking double-digit room temperature IQ. Roughly the same pair of numbers they repeat ad nauseum. If you disagree with this, you are the missing link. You are the bridge between ape and man. You are the most effective counter argument to free speech. Number one. Tanks. Yeah, not a surprise. Honestly, what has it been said? It's very in depth. Lots of fun. There's like a mastery to it. Much more content than all the other games too. There's like 100 fucking levels. Uh, I don't. I truly don't know what there is to say. I will say the multiplayer is awful, and they should have made it better. And honestly, even the multiplayer is not that bad. It's awful compared to the main game, but like, it's still fun to try to beat the 20 levels with a friend while fucking each other over sometimes. That's just how life be. That's just how it be. If you must be some sort of void if you don't like this game. But anyways, that's about it. That's the last one. There's no more. It's over.